Today's video is sponsored and powered by Acetech. This is it, people. This is the Acetech Lighter S, Acetech's smallest tracer to date. However, this one has been slightly updated. Now, when I say slightly updated, I'm actually talking about the way it attaches to your airsoft weapons. There's a different adapter, a much better adapter. Oh, and by the way, in today's test, I'll be using my Beretta PX4 and my Evolution Airsoft PDW Lone Star. So let's see what we get in the box. Okay, so you get your little USB charging cable, and it has your standard USB plug there and your micro USB plug right there. And now for the tracer unit itself. Okay, put that to one side so I can see straight away something different to the first attempt at this tracer unit. But yeah, I'll get to that in a moment. Now, when I say the first one, I'm not talking about the tracer unit you can see on the left. No. That is the first lighter tracer unit. No issues there, and that's bigger. I'm talking about one that is exactly the same as the one you see on the right, the one I'm unboxing today, but it came with a different adapter. Let's continue with the unboxing. But here you have your user manual, which I am literally tearing, sorry, to get open. So there you go, there's your user manual in different languages. Now also in this little package, there's an Allen key. Now if you're thinking to yourself, why on earth would you need an Allen key? Well, let me show you that right now to dispel any apprehension you may have in getting this Lighter S. Now, the major complaint with the first edition of this that came out a few weeks ago or more was that the adapter that it came with made the whole setup very long, and natively this would only fit on an 11mm airsoft weapon. And if you wanted to put this on an airsoft weapon which is 14mm, which is much more common, I would suggest, or popular, you'd have to put on a rather large adapter to enable it to do so, and that would make this tracer unit sit quite far from the muzzle of your airsoft weapon. Well, Acetech listened and they've changed it. So thankfully, these Acetech Lighter S tracer units now comes with that adapter right there, and as you can see, there's a little hole. I would suggest that's where this Allen key comes into play, because watch this. If I pop this Allen key in right there, oh, and by the way, that threaded adapter right there will enable you to straight away, without doing anything, put this on an airsoft weapon that has an 11mm inner threaded barrel. However, if you want to pop this little bad boy on a airsoft weapon that has a 14mm outer threaded barrel, you use this Allen key and you unscrew this adapter, and look, Bob's your uncle. And that literally means this little bundle of joy can go on practically any sized airsoft weapon. Now, before we go ahead and test this little Acetech Lighter S out, let me just quickly tell you, because I know it's probably bugging you and you're eager to know, that is another latest product from Acetech. It's an Acetech tracer unit, a more or less full-size tracer unit with a digital readout that goes on your primary. And not just any old digital readout. This thing, not only is it a chronograph, it's a complete BB control unit. Naturally, I'll tell you more when I do the unboxing video. So, let's go through the features of this Acetech Lighter S, and then I'll pop it on the PX4, and then the Lone Star. Now, the first thing you'll want to do is to charge it up, and the way you get to the charging port is to unscrew this section, like that. And as you can see your charging port there, and if you look down that little tube, you can see right where the BBs will be lit up. And I also love how this section inside the tracer unit on this particular version is a nice chromy silver colour. Nice. And it will take approximately 2.5 hours from a completely flat battery to charge this up. And by the way, whilst it is charging, you will get a red LED just there. When it's fully charged, that LED will go off. Whilst I'm showing you this side, right above that, as you can see, there's a little silver button. You press that button once it's charged, and it should turn on, and you should get a little green flashing LED light. Now, because I'm going to test this on this pistol first, I will need to put in the supplied adapter. And again, I'm fully aware that the first edition of this had a different adapter, which a number of people were not happy about, but I'm so glad Acetech have addressed the issue. So by default, it will fit any 14mm thread. If you want it to fit this type of pistol, which more often than not will be OEM'd by Acetech, you will have to put this adapter in. So if I spin this around, and another cool feature about having that little hole right there in the adapter is that you can pop your little Allen key in, hold it in place whilst you tighten your tracer unit to your sidearm. Looks very neat on this sidearm. So I've already got the tracer BBs in the mag. Let's test it out and drop the lights. Only partly, not all the way, and then I'll turn off the lights completely. Oh man, I am seriously impressed with that, and that was with some strong lights on, and you can still see this. Now, as you can see, I've turned all the main lights off, so there's just a little light, so you can just about see what's going on here, so you can see how dark it is. Right, here we go. This should be even more impressive. Brilliant! And freeze. Look how bright that is. Ha! Come on. So I'm just taking off this little adapter now, just to show you that you can pretty much put this on any massive primary. It doesn't just go on pistols. Look at that, goes straight on a 14mm thread. Okay, so let's see if this little bad boy can handle, well, first of all, some single shots, but then full auto. Okay, semi-auto first, without turning these lights down. You ready? Oh! Come on! Right, let's drop them. No, actually, I'm not going to drop the lights just yet. Let's do some full auto with these lights still on. Oh! Yeah! Beautiful! Right, you ready for this, people? Get in! Now, you know I can't make one of these videos without actually pretending I'm in Star Wars for a few seconds. There you go, people. This is the Acetech Lighter S, one of the smallest tracer units you can get, and definitely the smallest from Acetech so far. This little bad boy can support up to 35 rounds per second, lighting up each and every BB on the way. As mentioned before, from a flat battery, this will fully charge in 2.5 hours. And guess what? You can fire up to 22,000 rounds through this little tracer before you even have to start thinking about charging it again. And another little great feature on this is that if you leave it unattended for 40 minutes or more, it will automatically power down, which is good. It conserves your battery during gameplay if you forget to turn it off. If you like what you see, hit the video description below where there will be a direct link and more information about this tracer unit and a link to Acetech's website. Thanks again to Acetech. Thanks for watching, and remember, I'll be back soon with Acetech's awesome eye tracer unit.